Well, good afternoon. I think it's afternoon, isn't it? Yeah, 10 past 2. I will be very quick, because I've got a lot of things I want to do. Thanks to everybody for your comments on the French artillery battery, which is finished, so that's all gone into storage now. So our next project is French Infantry on the March by Strelets. Now, I looked at these on Plastic Soldier Review, and they scored 38 out of 50. One of the biggest gripes PSR had was they couldn't work out whether these were supposed to be light infantry, voltigeurs, or what they were supposed to be. They couldn't work it out. And they did also say that the greatcoats were a bit short, which, yeah, I might agree with you on that. But anyway, you get 4 sprues like that in that bloody awful blue plastic, which I absolutely hate that blue plastic. I mean, that's just... And they did also say that they thought they were a bit chunky compared to sort of other scales, other figures within that scale, 1/72. They thought they were a bit chunky like. I think they're alright myself. I think they'll go with all the other figures. But I will agree, I think the greatcoats are a tiny bit short on some of them. But the detail doesn't look too bad. There you can see that. Detail doesn't look too bad. The only problem we have is there's 48 figures in the box. So that gives us 2 batches of 24, which is, you know me, I'm an old skinflint. I like to try and get two units out of a box, because I'm tight. So 2 units of 24. But there's no musician, no officer figure, and no standard bearer. They're just infantry figures, which is annoying. So there's figures here, like that gentleman there, shouldering a rifle. So that's no problem. I cut that out and put a flag there. That's no problem. And I'm tending to think that fella there, I'm tended to think he'll make a drummer. And I thought for the officer figure, I would raid my bags of Airfix French infantry, which I have mountains of, I have to tell you. And they got mounted officers. So I think that's what we'll do. What do you think? Should we raid the Airfix and nick a mounted colonel for these? I think we'll do these. We'll rifles on 1 or 2 of them look a little bit sort of, but they might look a lot better when they're primed and they get rid of this awful blue. It's on the eyes. It's terrible on the eyes. It's blue, and you might see the detail better and be able to see what you're dealing with. But I like a challenge anyway. So that's our next project. Strelets, French infantry in greatcoats on the march. And I'm possibly even thinking I might even use some green stuff and lengthen the greatcoats. They do look a bit short. I have a greatcoat here. East German greatcoat, and it's longer than some of these. That's worth looking at. but an interesting quiet. An interesting box of figures to deal with. Strelets. Never done any Strelets figures before, so it's going to be interesting. So that's what we'll do anyway. We'll do a batch of French infantry on the march in grey coats. We have 5 batches of French infantry to do, 2 batches of British, and then we're done. Oh, our British command stand, but that's not much. So we're getting near the end of this now. What I was going to say was, the main reason I'm here actually, what I was going to say was, I want to give a shout out to now, I think it's Frank's Miniatures. I'm pretty certain it's Frank's Miniatures. I'll put a link in the description below. I think it's Frank's Miniatures. And he's in the Netherlands. He's only got 8 subscribers. So let's get him some more subscribers. He does some wonderful stuff. 1/72, 28mm. All sorts of periods. World War II. What did I see last night? He was doing Afghans. American Civil War. Napoleonics. Oh God, a whole range of stuff. I mean, Romans, he's painting a Roman horse. Is very nice painter. So Frank's Miniatures in the Netherlands. Let's get him a few more subscribers, because well worth a look. Take a look at his channel, it's well worth a look. And in the description below also, I'll put some links to some little pieces of footage that I come across on the internet about toy soldiers. Some of them are only, a few minutes each little piece. One of them has the actor Peter Cushing, and he used to collect toy soldiers and paint toy soldiers, which I didn't know till I saw this piece of footage. So have a look at them if you've got 5 minutes. It'd be interesting. The only other thing is, I picked up, along the way, for my Python shot, a command sprue. Very nice. This came today in the post. A Firelock storming party, so that should be quite nice. And what I do like, I picked up, is a demi-culverin. So that's going to be interesting. And let me know in the comments below how you stick these things together, these metal figures. How you stick them together. What do you use? Super glue? Because I don't really have any experience with metal figures. I just plastic, as you know. So let me know how you put your metals together. So that's all I got to say. Go and have a look at Frank's Miniatures. That's our next thing. We're off and running today with Strelets French infantry in grey coats on the march. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for all your comments. As always, hopefully, fingers crossed, see you on another one.